Welcome, everybody, to round 4 of the ABN Hyper Formula Championship. We're live from Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. It's Road America tonight. 4.04 miles of racetrack. These drivers will be tackling for 2 races tonight here in the ABN Hyper Formula Championship. Closing in on the halfway point in the season here in the United States. I'm Carmen, Sienna. Thank you all for joining us for an amazing night of racing here Thursday night. Action set to be underway very shortly. Practice undergoing right now. You see cars in the background. 77 degrees the air temp. Track temperature 84 degrees. Not bad temperature-wise. Means these drivers can abuse those Yokohama tires here tonight. 37% humidity. Very low humidity in this crisper air. And next to the little wind, 4-mile-an-hour winds here tonight. Partly cloudy skies will complete the weather forecast here tonight. Points coming in as they run. It's a bit different. Bruno Miranda leads the way. 88 points for the championship leader. Added Christina Ryan, who has 68 points here tonight. Josh Gaiman sits third with 58 points. Both of them were on the podium last time we saw them last Thursday. So we get to see all of that once more here tonight. Get everything ready to go here. See all of the top 20 cars that have scored results in this season so far. A little further down, Tucker Sawyer, double podium last time out. We'll be trying to do that again here tonight. And practice is currently ongoing. 12 cars set lap times so far, including last week's sprint race winner, Christina Ryan. As we look at the times right now as they stand. Well, the session timer here. A little under 13 minutes to go in practice here tonight. See that the numbers are difficult to read. I'll have to fix that here in a second. There we go. Got that fixed up and ready to go. Everyone should be able to read those numbers a little bit better now. But again, with a little bit left to go here in the session. Christina Ryan sitting 9th fastest at the moment. A couple of debutantes here tonight for the series. Currently on pit lane is Callie Height for Queen's Design. 2 cars present for that team. Caitlin Height leaving pit lane now and dropping it there in the grass, trying to get everything warmed and ready to go. Well, I think a little bit of practice for the standing start coming up here later tonight. Another debutante, Taju. For Stepping Stone Motorsports, that team now has 3 cars in the championships with Zhu coming in tonight. Zhu joins Christina Ryan and Josh Gaiman in that effort. as practice comes to an end. We'll get ready for qualifying here tonight. First car we'll look at is that of Bruno Miranda as he gets ready to leave track here. Bruno Miranda taking part in qualifying here. Everyone's got 4 laps, about 10 minutes of qualifying here as Bruno Miranda gets around and begins getting those tires up to temperature. 4-mile track. Plenty of time to get those tires up to temperature here for this 4-lap run. A lot of cars already coming out on track here. 7 cars on track already. Bruce Silva, Tucker Sawyer, Miranda, who we're seeing right now, Josh Gaiman, Caitlin Height, Garnet Adams, Andy Pulsatrix, Callie Height, Christina Ryan, and Todd Zhu. Around the final corner, pulled the track map and focused on Bruno Miranda. Miranda on track right now. First lap underway. Another car joining in is Cade McKee. And most of the cars on track, minus Pelletier, Sharp, and McKee, who's about to join the track here. Miranda on track right now. Should be the first one to set a time here, as long as things stay clean in between the white lines for the Brazilian driver. Championship leader by 20 points entering tonight. Looking to extend that if he can. Pole position worth an extra point with the feature race coming up after this. And Bruno Miranda's been nearly perfect on the feature races this season. Reigning world champion after winning the Champ Car season a couple months ago. Looking at another crown to his collection. Down towards Canada corner. Complete this first lap. Again, no time set so far. This is a longer track as Miranda drifts out wide on the exit of Canada corner. Gets up a little bit of the dust over the concrete. See at this lap. Puts Miranda at the top securely. With most of the field out running laps at this point in time. Up the hill, across the line. Here comes Miranda's first lap in the books. It's a 1:41.684. Really good opening lap for the Brazilian. Christina Ryan, Amity Pulstrix next up on the board, but they are well off on their opening laps. You have to look a little further down. Josh Gaiman, I think, has got a good chance to threaten for the front row at the bare minimum. See what he can do. Miranda, Silva, Brazilian 1-2. Then it's Ryan, Zhu, Pulsatrix, and Adams with Caitlin Height going top of the board. Josh Gaiman across the line, only 5th fastest at the moment. Another car finishing a lap here. Callie Height, Queen's Design. Everyone's at right now. Presti just went 3rd fastest. Callie Height went 9th fastest. Cade McKee on track right now. Iron Rock Motorsports, under the weather right now, hoping he gets better. McKee gonna give it a shot here. Again, McKee rolling through the corners here, up the hill. And now down towards the carousel. Miranda around the final corner, looking to improve on his lap time here. 141.684 was what he set before. Does he improve? He does by 4/10. 141.289 for Miranda. Bruce Silva coming up next. Christina Ryan goes up to 4th, but still 1.3 off a pole. Silva in 2nd. Can she improve? Across the line, no improvement there by Silva. Josh Gaiman coming around the final corner. What can Gaiman do? Caitlin Height goes faster. 2nd fastest for Caitlin. Gaiman, can he take it? Sawyer goes 2nd fastest. Gaiman goes 3rd fastest. But the times are beginning to close in. Pressy goes 2nd fastest, 141.8. Pressy's broken into the 141 bracket. Tucker Sawyer off of it by a little bit, by about a 10th. Gaiman a little bit further than that. Once again, Brenda Miranda keeping the field at bay in qualifying, but it's an absolute tooth and nail fight to get up to the front row. Saucier set a lap time good enough for 11th. He's come back to pit lane. McKee under the weather, sitting 13th fastest at the time. Only car that's yet set a lap time is Pelletier Sharp at the moment. Gaiman rolling through the kink he goes, down towards Canada Corner now as Bruno Miranda improves a little bit more. Not a lot more time in that number 77 for Junko Solinger Esports. Gaiman through Canada Corner. Steps out a little bit on the exit. Couple corners left. Coming to the final corner now. Silva goes back to 3rd fastest. With one more lap on the books. Caitlin Height goes 3rd fastest into the 141s. Does Gaiman go to the front row? It's a good lap so far. Did that last sector cost him? It did. McKee goes up 2 spots to 11th fastest. Lap times overall improving. Pressy right now on the front row. And stays there. Last lap did not count. Christina Ryan halfway through her final lap. Christina Ryan rolling through towards Canada Corner, trying to improve. Would like to start better than 8th place. Not a great qualifying position for the Stepping Stone Motorsports driver. Through Canada Corner, down to the last corner, through the last corner now. For all the marbles, Christina Ryan, can she improve? Can she get near the top 5? Answer to that question will be yes. 4th place provisionally. A 2nd off the pole sitter time. With a lot more laps to come in. Bruce Silva across the line. Gaiman's lap will not count. Off track. Silva does jump Christina Ryan. Can Tucker Sawyer do the same? Down the front straightaway for the final time in qualifying for Tucker Sawyer. Will he improve? He does not. How about Ryan's teammate, Josh Gaiman? No. And that's why. We saw that he went off track, and that was a huge off-track incident. Nick Pressy, though, gonna have a chance to close in that gap a little bit more. Bruno Miranda with 141 flap. Can Pressy close in a little bit more, or will he just secure 2nd place? He will just secure the front row. And Callie will also finish her last lap there and stay in 12th position. 14 cars set to take part in tonight's race. Pelletier Sharp, the last car, electing to not qualify tonight. That makes things very interesting. Again, points entering tonight's race. Gonna be a huge talking point. Miranda, Ryan, Gaiman, top 3. And then beyond that, you have a madhouse outside of 4th place, outside of Tucker Sawyer, Caitlin Height, Bruce Silva, Nick Pressey, Joel Wolfe, Kirk Lane, Aspen Martin, Garnet Adams, Lily Peltier Sharp, Bobby Crivelli, all in that mix right now. But here comes the starting grid. It's Bruno Miranda on pole position alongside Nick Pressey, his best starting position so far this season. Caitlin Height in 3rd alongside Bruce Silva. Christina Ryan in row 3 alongside Tucker Sawyer. Those two finished on the podium last time out. In Fuji, Josh Gaiman, Amity Polstrix in row 4 together. Garnet Adams and Taj Zhu in row 5. Cade McKee, Callie Height, row 6. They make up the top 12 here. And looking a little bit further down the order here, row 7 is Bryce Saucier and Lily Peltier Sharp. And that is the last row on the grid. As we get ready to go here in Wisconsin, the feature race coming up first. 19 laps is what we're looking at here as drivers get ready to go. Great view from the starter's stand here at Road America. Standing start and uphill. We saw what this was like in Champ Car last year. Drivers ready to go. Saucier will start from pit lane. 14 cars ready to go here at Road America. Lights come on. 3, 4, 5 red lights. And the feature race at Road America is underway. Everyone gets a good start. But how's the run into turn 1? Christina Ryan holds on to 5th place. And everyone gets through turn 1 cleanly. Side by side. Gaiman and Sawyer. And Sawyer will lose spots early. Callie Height practicing no standing starts. Callie Height will move up 3 spots over Taj Zhu. Polstrix down 3 spots on her start. Peltier Sharp up 2. McKee and Saucier taking it easy. Running wide, Garnet Adams in Canada corner. It's a car that spun around a little bit. Taj Zhu, believe off the nose that could have been of Peltier Sharp. Not sure. I don't see wing damage on that 18 car. Not sure if there's contact or if Zhu just broke loose. But opening lap has done phenomenal overall. Way better than we saw a week ago at Fuji. Car wide, still Taj Zhu. Trying to get those tires cooled down, just sliding in turn 5. Front of the field, it's Bruno Miranda, Caitlin Height, Nick Pressey, then Christina Ryan, 4th place. But this race now firmly underway. Polstrix getting around Peltier Sharp down, entering Canada corner. And it's the Canadian driver promptly getting into 10th place over Peltier Sharp, who now has to defend from Cade McKee. McKee under the weather, just trying to hold things together at the moment. All 14 cars will score points as they stand in the feature race, the sprint race, where some drivers will not score points as things run. Top 15 in the feature score points. We have 14 cars here, so all of them score something. Saucier on track at the moment will score points as well. He's officially running, taking the start here tonight. Miranda at the front. Caitlin Height's cleared for 2nd place, trying to chase down the championship leader. She has had a very rough opening stanza of the season, being collided into twice at Fuji a week ago. Now stretching her legs and showing what she can do here in the United States. The first of 2 races in the U.S. with Charlotte coming up next week. Nick Pressey in 3rd place, lost a spot at the initial start, but has not lost any more since. Christina Ryan in the 4th position, gained a spot on the initial start over Bruce Silva. Silva down to 5th. Tucker Sawyer back to 6th place after losing a spot early on the opening lap. 19 laps is what we're looking at so far in this feature race. The sprint race is after this, after a short intermission. That is 10 laps. Reminder for those that are just now tuning in or those that have missed the opening rounds of the Hyper Formula Championship, the top 8 finishers in this race are inverted to make the standing grid for the sprint race. As Sawyer looks to the inside of Silva into Canada corner. Sawyer goes up to 5th. Callie Height, the biggest gainer so far, and it's not even close. 5 spots gained by the Queen's Design driver, now sitting in the 7th spot over Josh Gaiman. Gaiman down 1 spot from where he started, having not gotten a very good starting position. Gaiman looking on the attack, though, as Miranda sets the fast lap of the race, 142.819. Side by side, entering turn 1 now will be Gaiman and Height. Who will be latest of the late breakers? It will be Josh Gaiman. Polstrix gets around Adams. Gaiman defends, entering turn 3. And Polstrix on the heels of Callie Height. Really good stuff right now as they serpentine down towards turn 5. Polstrix defends the inside from Adams. Scuderia Novantaset and Prismatic Motorsports, Queen's Design, and Stepping Stone Motorsports all in this battle. As Christina Ryan's gotten around Nick Pressey, entering the kink. That was turn 7 into turn 8 now. The last corner before the carousel. Christina Ryan to the podium place over Nick Pressey. Tucker Sawyer stuck behind the 94. And Bruce Silva as well. And then you see Gaiman, Callie Height, Polstrix, Adams all in this mix. It is nose-to-tail cars here in Road America so far. Incredible driving so far, and a track a lot of drivers love. And we get to see 2 races here. Push to pass being charged by Bruce Silva. Saw the flashing LED light on the top of the 36 car. That flashing LED light on the roll bar. Our indicator as to who's on push to pass, who's charging push to pass, and who's run out. We shouldn't see anybody in the red. If there's red on that roll bar, that means they have less than 20 seconds left of push to pass. So far, nobody's in that point yet. As Sawyer gets around Pressey into turn 1, fourth position. Pressey beginning to lose spots now in mass. Down 3 spots from the start. Silva down 2. Taju, the biggest loser so far, also down 3. Biggest gainer stays Callie Height, up 4 spots, trying to challenge Josh Gaiman to get back in that position. Actually, that's Amity Polstrix getting by on push to pass there. Saw the flashing lights there by Polstrix. Both of them have used push to pass at least once, both of them charging now. And Callie Height will lose a spot to Polstrix here. Height down the 9th. There's 2 Heights in this field. Caitlin up in 2nd place. Callie Height making her debut tonight in this series for Queen Design. 2 cars racing for that team tonight. Again, for those just tuning in, this is round 4. Races 7 and 8 in the ABN Hyper Formula Championship for Season 2. Miranda leads by 3.1 over Caitlin Height. Christina Ryan back to the podium. 2nd place in the championship. 3rd place in this race. Then it's Sawyer, Gaiman, Silva, Polstrix, Height, Pressey, and Adams rounding out the top 10 so far. Saucier took the start of this race. Scored his points there. 2 points in the feature, but is bowed out from any further participation of this round. Taju not out of this race, having a little bit of issues there, it looks like, with him, with how far back he is right now. So Taju is still running as Pressey comes in, so does Pelletier Sharp. Kate McKee having a little bit of latency as well as things run. Bruno Miranda at the front of the field, opening up more and more of a gap. 3.4 to Caitlin Height. But Height happy to have a clean race for a change. It's been a tumultuous start for the 11 car this season. Christina Ryan up to 3rd place. But again, pit stops will be happening here shortly. Pit stop window in the feature race. Everyone's required to make a 4-tire stop in this race. The window for tonight's race is laps 4 to 15. You have to make a stop by lap 15 to be considered a legal 4-tire stop. Some drivers getting that out of the way early. Obviously, we'll have 2 extremes. Some drivers will wait till the very last moment to come down pit lane. including the drivers in your screen right now, Sawyer and Christina Ryan. You've seen their strategy calls so far this season as they've run, as they now battle once again for the podium spot, third place in the battle here. But further down, Josh Gaiman has gotten around Bruce Silva for the 5th position. Polstrix up to 7th ahead of Callie Height, who remains in the top 10, 8th place ahead of Garnet Adams. So a lot of battling going on here at Road America. Again, 19-lap race for the feature. Everyone's scoring points at some variety here. Bonus points in this race. There's pole position and fastest lap. Brenda Miranda has both at the moment. We know that Brenda Miranda's kryptonite has been those sprint races. Twice we have seen those sprint races completely bite Miranda. Saw it at Suzuka, the opening round of the season, and at Fuji last week, as Callie Height stepped out wide entering turn 1, or exiting turn 1, I should say, and now under threat even more from Adams, while Todd Zhu comes down pit lane. Battle for the 3rd position still raging on between Christina Ryan and Tucker Sawyer, and then between Josh Gaiman and Bruce Silva. See both those positions not far away at this point. 4-car battle for that last podium spot. Bruce Silva proving herself a very consistent point scorer in this championship. And trying to attack Josh Gaiman. I think Josh Gaiman's just opened that window of his tires and his performance. Doing a phenomenal job so far. A couple cars have been off track here on the last lap or two. As Josh Gaiman tries to close in, we'll look at a couple of these off tracks because it looks like Pressy's one of those that went off track. This will be a turn 8 for Nick Pressy. Looking out wide. This is turn 8 and he just drifts out wide. Just dips the tires in the sand. Entering the carousel. Lost a lot of time there. And then Pelletier Sharp as well. Also in trouble here. Battling with Cade McKee. This is outside the top 10. And same thing that Pressy did. Just drifted out a little bit wide in turn 8. Battle once again for the podium spot. Tucker Sawyer's gotten through on Christina Ryan. Sawyer to 2nd place. And Gaiman now in pursuit. Trouble for both Polstrix and Callie Height. What happened here? What's happened here? This is Polstrix, the number 59 machine. Canadian driver in Canada corner. Steps out a little bit on the curbing. And Callie Height apparently had issues of her own. What has happened to the 66 machine at Callie Height? And this is not the same corner. This is also Canada corner, but on a different part of the lap. What has happened to Callie Height here? Callie Height came to a stop. Trying to figure out what happened here. The 66 car for Queen's Design. Battling with Garnet Adams here, and Callie Height just dropped it on the exit. Wheel spun there, but at the same time, Polstrix was there as well, but they never had contact together. Sawyer 2nd place, McKee in pit lane. Callie Height back on track. Sawyer, Gaiman up to 3rd. Christina Ryan's dropped a spot once more down to 4th place. Still up a spot from where she started. Started this race in 5th. beginning to lose pace compared to Sawyer and Gaiman. Kalen Height made a pit stop, mandatory pit stop out of the way for the 11 car, who now sits in the 6th position. Should re-inherit that 2nd spot by the time this race runs through that mandatory pit stop cycle. The question really sort of stands and becomes, is it the overcut or the undercut that matters here at Road America? Bruno Miranda, once again, fastest lap last time through, 142.08 for the Brazilian driver. See the nationality of everyone racing tonight. Pretty diverse crowd. 4 different nations on hand here tonight. Brazil leading the way as Sawyer and Gaiman and Ryan all come down pit lane. So will Silva. It is a spending spree in pit lane as drivers come in for their 4-tire mandatory tire stop. Kalen Hyatt back in 2nd place. Tucker Sawyer in pit lane now. Cold tires have to get those up to temperature. So will Josh Gaiman, Christina Ryan, and Bruce Silva as we approach the halfway point in this race. Christina Ryan in 5th position on push to pass. You see the flashing LEDs at the top of that car indicating the push to pass is active. Same with Bruce Silva. Very interesting that they're using push to pass right out of the gate on cold tires. Most drivers we've seen so far this season will wait a lap, wait for those tires to get some temperature before using push to pass. Silva off push to pass now. Christina Ryan off push to pass as well. Again, the flashing LEDs at the top, the indicator on them. Miranda's come down pit lane. 77 car in pit lane now for the mandatory tire stop. He's the last car to come in. Kalen Height in 2nd place here will stay in 2nd place, with Miranda having a massive advantage position-wise in this race. Again, coming to 10 laps to go in this race. Miranda in pit lane already. And out of pit lane already for the 77 car. Just got to make sure you don't drop it on cold tires. Miranda looks safe and sound, though, as Kalen Height comes across the start-finish line here. And to the pit exit, Miranda stays clear by a safe margin over 7 seconds as it stands right now. But everyone now on level footing to get through the rest of this race. Bradley set personal best, 142.7. Lap times, all the personal bests have been in the 42s, minus Sharp, Adams, McKee, Zhu, and Callie Height. Top 7, all in the 42s with the personal bests. Kalen Height, 2nd place at the moment. Tucker Sawyer still battling with Josh Gaiman as we pull up the battle box here. Battle for 3rd place between Sawyer and Gaiman. Sawyer double podiumed last time out of Fuji, looking to do that again. But he's got his hand full with that 19 car. With Josh Gaiman in pursuit, Adams has gotten around Peltier Sharp, and only for Peltier Sharp to go back through. This is in turn 6 towards turn 7. Adams to the outside. Peltier Sharp holds on. McKee in this battle as well, following along in that 26 car for Iron Rock Motorsports. But a 3-car battle at the fringe at the top 10. A little bit of latency there by Peltier Sharp, but stays safe through the carousel. Now towards the kink. 3-car battle. Gaiman has gotten around Sawyer in Canada corner. Battles are all over the place here at America. Still side by side, and Sawyer will give up the position going into the final corner. Josh Gaiman to the 3rd position. Sawyer decided that longevity in this race was a little bit more important, but now Sawyer will have the ability to use slipstream down this long front straightaway. Huge battles all over the place. Gaiman up to third. Peltier Sharp holding on to position in 8th. Silva not far behind Christina Ryan in this battle for the top 5. These two just off of the battle for the podium at the moment as things stand. There's the battle for both of them at the moment right now. 4 cars pretty well under a blanket in the same part of the track. Pressy not far behind as well. Peltier Sharp furthest behind, still leading this battle for 8th place. Adams trying to find a way around, and McKee in 10th. A little bit latency there for Peltier Sharp. Adams, though, looking solid so far. Just trying to find ways through. Pushed past active for the Prismatic Motorsports driver and for Caden McKee, the Iron Rock Motorsports driver. But they still can't gain a whole bunch on Peltier Sharp, who's got a pretty decent leeway here as Adams actually drove wide in turn 6. A little bit of lockup there by Garnet Adams here. And Peltier Sharp's going to get away as a result of that lockup up the hill in turn 6. Now through the carousel, it is a 2-car battle for 9th. As Adams tries to find a way to get pace back in that number 6 car. Again, battles up here in the top 5, both for 3rd and for 4th. And for 5th, excuse me. Nothing for sure other than Bruno Miranda having a 7-second lead, but that gap has also come down. Christina Ryan trying to hold off Bruce Silva as Caitlin Height tries to rein in Bruno Miranda. So far, was fastest a couple laps ago. Not fastest this time through. 142.3 for Miranda, 142.5 that time through for Caitlin Height, although that last lap was Height's best lap. Sawyer, Ryan, Gaiman all setting personal best here. So did Bruce Silva and Peltier Sharp. 142.9. Peltier Sharp's broken to the 142s on her personal best. Again, McKee under the weather. Not where he wants to be pace-wise, but can't blame him at the moment based on his current condition. Just trying to hold on there for 10th place as things stand. Has the ability to do so. 12 seconds in hand to Taju, who's had a very quiet but effective race in his return to high-performance action here tonight. Battle for 3rd and 5th still raging on as Tucker Sawyer tries to rein back in Josh Gaiman. As the battles begin to lull a little bit here. Gaiman and Sawyer still bound for 3rd place. Sawyer 100% still in this battle. 3/10 the gap between 3rd and 4th. Kelly Height just set her fastest lap of this race. Polstrix will be resting up for the sprint race, but staying in it. So she's the only confirmed exit from the event here at Road America with Charlotte next week. There's Josh Gaiman, Tucker Sawyer. Once again, bound for 3rd place. Caitlin Height again improves on her personal best, but still not really closing in on Miranda, who stays faster by a 1/4 second. Peltier Sharp, a little bit of latency still from that 18 car, as Adams and McKee run their personal best. Adams now in the 142s for her personal best lap time. Gaiman trying to defend from Sawyer. Through turn 5, Ryan and Bruce Silva not far behind as well, but Ryan's begun to break away from the Brazilian driver in 6th. Sawyer holding on as tight as he can right now. Dirty Air cannot be helping him in this part of the track, but it's that slipstream on these 3 long straightaways here at Road America that have been really helping out Sawyer so far. You see how much he loses here through the carousel, which requires a lot of downforce, a lot of clean air. Sawyer on push to pass. You see that flashing LED. Sawyer's on it. Gaiman's not. Sawyer's closing in. Would not be surprised if Sawyer tries to give it a solid lunge here if he stays on push to pass for the rest of this lap. He will stay on for the rest of this lap. This is a good opportunity for Sawyer. Height and Zhu have both gone off. They are not on the same part of the track. Zhu went off and back on. Same with Callie Height. Both of them right back on here. So no problems extending for Height or Zhu as they run 11th and 12th. Here comes Sawyer with push to pass enabled. And he will break through. Gaiman tries to be latest of the late breakers. But now they've got to run through turn 3. Sawyer off the push to pass now. Gaiman held on brilliantly. A fantastic defense. Phenomenal defense by Josh Gaiman. Josh Gaiman, Tucker Sawyer again staying in this battle. Tucker Sawyer did set the fast lap of the race though at 1:41.59. He'll take that fastest lap point away from Bruno Miranda at the moment with about 5 laps to go at the line. Miranda's not had to use push to pass yet, so I'm assuming Miranda's going to let it all go at the end here. And Miranda not on push to pass at all right now. The Unico Salinger Esports driver clear by 7.6 seconds over Caitlin Height. But Bruno Miranda looking phenomenal so far. Been outstanding stuff for the Brazilian driver, looking to take another feature race win here this season, extend his championship advantage. Caitlin Height gonna do a fantastic job for her own personal ambitions here this season, sitting second place, and firmly so by almost 6 seconds over Josh Gaiman, who you see in this battle for the 3rd spot. Still with Tucker Sawyer. Sawyer trying to give pursuit here and give pressure. The 61 car, Sawyer in 4th, looking to extend his podium streak. Double podiumed last time out at Fuji. Looking to do it again here. And Sawyer's got a lot of draft here going into turn 5. Gaiman tried fading, but it did not work there. Far wide, and Gaiman locks up and goes wide in turn 5 and gives Sawyer the position. Sawyer to 3rd. So Gaiman with a lock up there now puts him on the back foot. Christina Ryan in 5th at the moment as things currently run. Has opened up 2 seconds to Bruce Silva, but Silva sitting safely in the top 6. Over 5 seconds back to Nick Pressey. You see Pressey just peeking up there at the back of the screen. There's Pressey in 7th position. Pretty clean effort so far by the MPM driver, though he's down 5 spots from where he started. Started on the front row. But the A-Sharp up 6 spots. The biggest gainer in this race, having not qualified for this race. Started 14th and last. Ended up gaining 6 spots so far with a few laps to go in this race. Is sitting firmly in the 8th spot. 1.3 ahead of Garnet Adams, who now once again is in range of Pelletier Sharp. McKee a little bit further back. Miranda's taking fast lap 1:41.48 for the race leader. Open up, push to pass, and let it rip. Out wide, Garnet Adams was in Canada corner. Dirty tires now for Adams, so you got to be careful. McKee in the top 10. Taju in 11th place at the moment. On push to pass now himself. Callie Height in 12th place. Last car running on track at the moment. Again, top 8 will be inverted for the sprint race starting grid. Pelletier Sharp trying to hold on to that 8th spot because that is sprint race pole. Josh Gaiman's got once again around. Tucker Sawyer once again through turn 5. That time he nails it. Gaiman up to 3rd once more with 4 laps to go. Outstanding battling here for the podium places as Adams stays ahead of McKee. 2 different battles forming here. Sharp on push to pass. Adams is very well out of push to pass. Trying to crowd McKee. McKee's going to go for 9th place, and he's going to get it. But can he hold on to it through this kink, and they get together? Both of them tried staying side by side, full throttle through turn 7, and obviously it did not work out for McKee. No one wanted to lift there. And McKee's done so well just to try to stay in battle and contention here. Just for it to end like that. With 3 laps to go. Battle for third still rages on. This is the closest battle on track now with the incident between Adams and McKee. Gaiman in third, a 61 car for Stepping Stone Motorsports. Tucker Sawyer, the highest ranked privateer at the moment, sitting in the 4th position, looking to extend his podium streak. Sawyer looking his way forward through turn 5. Tucker a little bit more timid on the brakes than Gaiman is, but we've seen how much it bit Gaiman a couple laps ago. So hoping that doesn't happen here. As they work their way through turn 8. Again, battling going on here. Both cars near the rev limit, entering Canada corner. A little bit of work to do still in this battle for position. Heyman just trying to hold on and secure podium here at Road America. He took fastest lap. That's how much he's pushing. Fast lap has once again left the hands of Bruno Miranda with 2 laps to go. Again, pushing hard, trying to open up that gap. Gaiman holding on to 3rd place at the moment, has the fast lap of this race at the moment as things currently stand. But again, work needed to be done. And again, we still have an entire another race here coming up. Battle for third continues to rage on here. Coming to the white flag lap. Bruno Miranda will take the white flag here at Road America. The race leader looking to extend his championship lead here tonight. Has not placed a foot wrong all race long. Kalen Height improved, but not enough. Bruno Miranda in a 141 flat range for fastest lap has pretty well put that one out of reach. Top shelf for Miranda. Kalen Height, personal best, 141.4. Josh Gaiman in the 3rd position, 141.2. Tucker Sawyer once again in range as well. But Miranda once again proving to be just that hard to beat. Gaiman on push to pass, so is Sawyer. And they will run that push to pass out here on this lap. Watching Josh Gaiman at the moment. Sawyer in 4th. Oh, and Sawyer goes around. Out of turn number 8. And he's going to be at risk of losing another spot. Christina Ryan to the outside of the carousel. Makes it stick. Silva will try to do the same. Had the check up. Sawyer was now rolling firmly, so Silva couldn't make it really the same advantage. But now Silva's under the threat here. Sawyer tries to hold on to the top 5 now. Bruno Miranda will come around the final corner and will win the feature race here at Road America by 9 seconds. Caitlin Height will be finished second here. A phenomenal job by the Queen's Design driver, getting her first podium of the season. Josh Gaiman will come home and finish third, and will take fastest lap for his efforts. Christina Ryan will start the French sprint race from fifth. Finishing fourth tonight, Tucker Sawyer will finish in the fifth position, Silva sixth. Peltier Sharp gaining a spot, seventh place, as Presti had crashed out. So that puts Cade McKee provisionally coming out of the last corner on the sprint race pole. He'll finish 8th, Garnet Adams in 9th, Taju 10th, Callie Height 11th. With Presti and Polstrix not seeing the checkered flag and Saucier retiring from the event as a whole. Last car running, Callie Height, 11th place for her, will score some decent points in this feature race. Josh Gaiman took away the fastest lap from Bruno Miranda on the last lap, 140.63 for Josh Gaiman, a very much needed bonus point by the 61 crew. So they will split bonus points in this feature race. As Callie Height comes around the final corner to finish the feature race. First feature in the books for Callie Height, with a sprint race coming up here in a few minutes' time. Phenomenal stuff here tonight with warm-up ongoing here. I was at 10 minutes of warm-up here to get settled in and ready to go here tonight. Overall, a pretty decent job, all things considered. And very electric racing here this evening to kick things off. A couple cars getting ready to warm up here, it looks like. Andy Polstrix being one of those cars, getting on track here early. So warm up underway here as we get ready to go. So results from the last race, pull them up on your screen here. Bruno Miranda, the race winner by 9.275 seconds over Caitlin Height. Josh Gaiman third, Christina Ryan fourth. You see how everyone scored points in the feature race, from 25 points for the leader to 2 points for 14th place. Bryce Saucier, who is out of this race and will not take part in the sprint. Polstrix finished in 13th, Presti 12th, Kelly had 11th, Taju 10th. Working our way up through the field, Cade McKee will start the sprint race from pole position, finishing 8th in the feature. Lily Peltier Sharp in 7th position. As we work our way backwards here, Bruce Silva will start the sprint race from 3rd, alongside Tucker Sawyer. Christina Ryan and Josh Gaiman will share row 3 in the sprint race, having finished 4th and 3rd respectively. Bruno Miranda will start 8th, alongside Caitlin Height in row 4 for the sprint race. Both of them top 2 in the feature tonight. And the championship, as things run right now, as we see the times currently on the board for the warm-up anyway. Bruno Miranda, 114 points, opens that gap over Christina Ryan. Christina Ryan stays 2nd place over Josh Gaiman. Tucker Sawyer stays in 4th. Caitlin Height extends her range in 5th place over Bruce Silva. Nick Presti in 6th will not gain a lot of points there. Garnet Adams will gain 3 positions over Jewel Wolf, Aspen Martin, and Kirk Lane, who did not show up to tonight's race. Lily Peltier Sharp in 12th, Bobby Crivelli in 13th. Cade McKee gains 3 spots as well. 10 points for him is where he sits in the championship standings. 14 points with a sprint race coming up and a pole position for him to race for here in the sprint. Lee James only made an appearance at 1 event so far, and he's sitting in the 15th position. Bryce Saucier in 16th, gaining a couple points there for his efforts, but he's still level with Taju on his debut. Corey Vervaint had a mechanical failure last time out of Fuji, only scored 5 points. Will not be present tonight. Tally Height, also 5 points for her problems. And Amity Polstrix, 3 points from the feature race tonight. No one set time so far. Drivers getting ready to practice standing starts, though, is where we're currently sitting right now. Everyone taking a chance to get warmed up and ready to go. 10 minutes. Saw the chaos from Fuji. Both the starts at Fuji were chaotic. The start here for the feature was not so bad. It was actually a pretty decent start, all things considered. Everyone got through the start opening laps cleanly. So, optimism for the sprint race start here coming up. But again, time to tell. Well, time will tell, I should say, as far as how the sprint race start will go. Again, top 8 inverted from the feature race results. So Kane McKee has it all to play for these next 10 laps coming up here in a few minutes' time. We're going to step aside, though, in the broadcast booth for a hydration break. So don't go anywhere. Coverage of the Hyper Formula Championship continues here on ABN Esports 1. About 30 seconds left here in warm-up as drivers go through their final systems checks here in Road America. A 10-race sprint is up and coming here very shortly in Wisconsin. Again, reminder that next week we head to the Charlotte Roval. We will not be live for that race. We will try to have archive results for Charlotte. I'll be racing in that event next week, my dedicated race of the season. So that'll be fun at the Charlotte Roval. Again, that is next week. Saturday, we are live once again for the ARC's Saturday Night Showdown competition. Their round of 10 culminates at Michigan International Speedway, and then the ARC's A-Square Cup Series finale at Phoenix on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern time for that. So that's what's coming up here this weekend on the ABN Sports platform. Feature race time here tonight. I said feature race, it's sprint race. I looked at the timer. It's confusing for me as much as it is for you. Sprint race time here tonight. Caden McKee on pole for the sprint race here tonight. Then it's Louis Pelletier Sharp, Bruce Silva, Tucker Sawyer, Christina Ryan, Josh Gaiman top 6, Caitlin Height and Brenna Miranda. They've stopped in the fourth row after finishing 1-2 in the feature. Garnet Adams and Taj Zhu in row 5. Row 6, Kelly Height and Nick Pressey. Polstrix will start this race from the back of the field in 13th. Saucier out of this race, having taken the start at the feature and declaring that he was that was about as far as he was going to go. McKee, Sharp, Silva, Sawyer, Ryan, Gaiman, Caitlin Height, Brenna Miranda, top 8. Caden McKee will start this race from pit lane. So it's Pelletier Sharp at the front. And it's 5 red lights and away we go. Green flag in the air, and it's Silva with the amazing start already with Sawyer up to second. Everyone once again gets through the opening corners cleanly. So sprint race start, showing that this is the best standing starts we've had in ABN competition at Road America. 2 successful standing starts as Silva to the front of the field. Then Sawyer, then Ryan, and then it's a madhouse. Caitlin Height, Lily Pelletier, Sharp, Miranda, and Gaiman and Adams as Caitlin Height locks up and goes wide. And sets herself backwards to 13th position. Side by side, Gaiman and Adams. Behind Pelletier Sharp. Then there's Pressey, Zhu, Callie Height, Polstrix, McKee, and Caitlin Height rounding out this field. Gaiman pulling away here from Garnet Adams. Adams now under pressure from Pressey, but holding firm through the carousel on the opening lap. Silva continues to hold on to the race lead, but it's not by much. Gaiman looking away around Pelletier Sharp. And Gaiman goes through for the top 5. Pelletier Sharp just trying to hold on to where this race is right now. A little bit of snap under braking for Polstrix. Almost Canadian violence. The 2 Canadians sitting 10th and 11th at the moment. But Polstrix staying in the 11th spot, up 2 spots from where she started the sprint race, having started 13th. And now McKee and Height, 12th and 13th, have work to do. Silva leads, looking for her first win in ABN competition. Same with Tucker Sawyer, looking for his first race win in ABN open wheel competition. Sawyer's already got a race win in the sports car side of things, but looking for a race win in this competition after being on the podium already 3 times this season. Christina Ryan up to 3rd place, Miranda in 4th. Miranda happy that he's got a sprint race under his belt where he's not taken out in the open lap. So Miranda can now get to work trying to get to the front of the sprint race field. But again, fewer laps here tonight, half distance thereabouts on the sprint race compared to the feature. So Miranda's got to get to work quickly, and Christina Ryan is not an easy car to pass. Likewise, Josh Gaiman is in tow. Miranda with dirty air in front of him will push Josh Gaiman closer to the 77 car as they battle for the podium. Taj Zhu's run wide, but back on track. Again, 13 cars took the start here for the sprint race. Sawyer the only one that did not. Push to pass enabled by Miranda. Into Canada corner. Miranda stays stationary in that 4th position. Gaiman ran a little bit wide in Canada corner, though. Will lose time to this battle for 3rd. Kalen Height and Caden McKee both get around Amity Polstrix, who looks like has gotten back on track pretty well cleanly. That is the case. So Polstrix and Zhu both having off-track excursions on the opening 2 laps, but staying in it. Top 9 score points in the sprint. Miranda looks for 3rd place and will take it. Maybe. Still side by side on turn 1. I think Miranda's got the advantage here, but now Christina's on push to pass. Same with Miranda. Not going to let it go easily. Miranda 3rd. But Christina Ryan on push to pass now. Miranda's already used most of his. And Gaiman, I don't think, is on push to pass. He is not. So it is a run towards turn 5. Christina Ryan goes to the grass. And somehow didn't wreck that car or Miranda. But that was never an on pass for Christina Ryan, who tried to force a way to the inside. Miranda held firm. And Christina Ryan had to get that position up the hard way. Christina Ryan just shot herself there in the foot with that one. Could have stayed in 4th place, but tried to look to an inside lane that did not exist. We'll see if we can go back and look at that here in a second, but that was a wild run for Christina Ryan, who is now in 5th place behind Miranda and Gaiman and ahead of Pelletier Sharp. Those two had a run in this season, in this series last season, I should say, in France at Magny-Cours. I don't think Pelletier Sharp has the pace to quite threaten Christina Ryan at the moment. Miranda still under threat from Josh Gaiman. Gaiman holding onto his push to pass. He's going to have a lot of it at the end of this race, which is what he's saving it for. Silva leads the way, but not by much, as Sawyer to the inside in turn 1. Sawyer looks for the race lead. He's going to get it. And I don't believe push to pass was enabled for that one, so Sawyer just used slipstream. Oh, it was enabled, but it was enabled for both of them charging. See the flashing LEDs at the roll bar again. That is a critical part as far as deciphering information from these cars. Sawyer into the front, Silva in 2nd, Miranda in 3rd. Gaiman has slipped up a lot here. Now under threat once again from Christina Ryan, teammates battling for 4th. As Miranda now has clean space in front and behind to close in on this battle for the race lead. And Christina Ryan will get around Josh Gaiman for the 4th spot. Gaiman struggling now mightily under pressure now from Pelletier Sharp and Garnet Adams and Nick Pressey. Work to do here at Road America. Josh Gaiman, again sitting in 5th place behind his teammate. Miranda, 3.5 seconds clear of that battle. As you see the battle for the lead raging on. Sawyer leads over Silva and Miranda. It has been a phenomenal night so far, with 6 laps left in tonight's racing. Silva had a podium already, opened the season with a podium at Suzuka. Trying to get a second podium tonight, as a little bit further back is a battle between Pelletier Sharp and Garnet Adams. Gearcats versus Prismatic, and they get into a collision there. And everyone scrambles. Caitlin Height scrambles, so does Caden McKee. Height and Pulstrix, they both get through. So did Caitlin Height, who was right behind that. Caitlin Height, I think, may have gotten a little bit of damage there. Has the fastest lap in this sprint race so far. No damage on that 11 car that we can see on our screens. We'll have to keep an eye on that 11's pace. Once again, Adams not trying to lift and give up a position here and drawing contact as a result, this time with Peltier sharp. And Adams struggling here. Damage on that 6 car. Adams in the 11th spot, out of the points, and gonna be out of it for sure here. Crash in the last corner. And that's effectively race over for Garnet Adams. Front of the field, still Sawyer, then Silva. Then Miranda, Ryan, Gaiman, top 5. Sawyer and Silva, 1-2 still. Miranda has slowed down a little bit as he's gotten now into dirty air. Christina Ryan in 4th place, but nowhere close to Miranda at the moment. Will not really be able to gain the points ground back in tonight's race like what she did last time out at Fuji. Gaiman in 5th, then Pressy in 6th. 7th, Caitlin Height. 8th, Caden McKee. 9th, Amity Pulstrix. Pulstrix looking to score a point here in the sprint after starting this race in 13th position. Again, top 9 score points in the sprint, plus the point for fastest lap, which right now belongs to Caitlin Height. And Caitlin Height looks like we'll get around the 94 Pressy. Maybe. Maybe not. Pressy holds on to the inside of Canada corner. 3 cars in this battle right here. We'll pull up this battle box here. There's also a battle got to keep an eye on in the front of the field between Silva and Miranda, the 2 Brazilian drivers. As Sawyer takes fastest lap away. 4 laps to go here in Road America. Miranda just took fastest lap away, 142.063. Caitlin Height on push to pass to get around the 94 Pressy will do so into turn 1. McKee in 8th place, where he finished the feature race, is where he's sitting right now in the sprint, 8th place. Pressy runs wide. And we'll lose another spot. McKee up to 7th place. Miranda, quick work with Silva. Silva drops down to 3rd, but holding on to a podium spot as Miranda moves up to 2nd place. Now with sights set for the next 3.5 laps on the race leader, Tucker Sawyer. And Sawyer's not won so far this season. Miranda has 4 race wins this season between the feature and the sprint races. Sawyer looking for his first. 3 podiums already. Make that 4 podiums, I believe. I have to double check here. I don't think Sawyer finished on podium last time out. I believe he finished 4th. So still only 3 podiums right now, looking for a 4th out of the first 8 races. As things currently run right now. Sawyer trying to hold on. 3 laps to go. 12 miles is a long distance when you're talking sprint race distances like this. Silva holding on to Miranda, though. Not giving up in that battle for the 2nd spot. Impressive stuff so far. A little bit further down, Height, McKee, and Pressy all still in a blanket, battling for 6th, 7th, and 8th. As things stand, but Caitlin Height with clean air trying to pull away from both of them here. Unforced error for Caitlin Height. She's going to be kicking herself for it. Had a really good chance to get a little more out of this. Couldn't be really up there with Ryan or with Silva and Miranda at this point. But ran wide on the opening lap coming into turn 5, this corner right here. So now 6th place is where she stands right now. Miranda closing in on Tucker Sawyer a little bit, but Silva, again, keeping pace. Just trying to hold on in case contact or a mistake from the 77 or the 19 comes and falls Bruce Silva's way. But Miranda's opened up the floodgates, I think, on the pace, and you see push to pass able once again for Miranda and Silva. Both of them were on it. Same with Tucker Sawyer. Sawyer's on push to pass there. Coming to 2 laps to go. Again, each car has 200 seconds of push to pass. A little over 3 minutes worth of push to pass, which is an additional 30 horsepower of boost. That's what opens it up. Goes from 570 horsepower to about 500, almost 600 horsepower in these cars. 2 laps to go. Miranda, Silva, Ryan, and Gaiman top 5. Behind Tucker Sawyer. Caitlin Height trying to hold on to Caden McKee. Caden McKee trying to hold on to Caitlin Height. Have to invert those a little bit. McKee holding on by about 3/4 of a second on Caitlin Height right now. That's the gap right now. Pelletier Sharp in pit lane. Her sprint race comes to an end with 2 laps to go. A lot of things to look at here. We'll look at, while we wait for everything to kind of flow through here, this is what happened on the opening lap here. Not opening lap, this was lap 3. This was the battle between Ryan and Bruno Miranda that really kind of set the stage for the rest of the sprint race between these two. And again, it's like it may be the saving grace for Tucker Sawyer because this slowed Miranda up a decent amount battling with Christina Ryan. And Miranda almost had deja vu from Fuji a week ago. You're going to see Christina Ryan at the second car in your screen, middle car there. Look to the inside, try to make something happen, but there just wasn't a lane there. And Christina Ryan did a really good job just keeping that car from completely being destroyed. But you threw Miranda off in that battle, that 3-lap battle with Christina Ryan really slowed up Bruno Miranda and gave Sawyer the advantage here. Very critical battle here with Sawyer and Miranda on the white flag. 1 lap to go. Both of them still on push to pass, as they will slug it out here on the last lap. Miranda was on push to pass earlier, so he will run out first. And you see that, the red light on Miranda's car. He is running out of push to pass. Less than 20 seconds left for Miranda, whereas Sawyer's still good. Still in the green for Sawyer, as he tries to hold on for his first win this season. Through turn 5, up the hill, towards turn 6. Here comes Sawyer. Miranda has a lot of pace though. Red light now on for Sawyer, but Miranda is out. Sawyer just has to hold on for half a lap. Can he do it? Through the carousel for the final time. Sawyer made sure Miranda was on his push to pass first and just outweighted him. Through the kink. Down this long, twisty straightaway towards Canada corner. Just a few corners left for Tucker Sawyer and Pay Dirt. Sawyer. 3 podiums this season, trying to go 50% on podium rate this season. And what a way to cap it off through the final corner for the last time. Home free for Tucker Sawyer. He'll lead the points leader home. Tucker Sawyer will win at Road America. His first win this season. Miranda second, Silva in third. Another podium for Silva. Christina Ryan holds off her teammate once more, 4th and 5th for Ryan and Josh Gaiman. Caitlin Height will finish in 6th ahead of Caden McKee. Nick Pressey will finish in the 8th position after spinning out on the final corner. Caitlin Height did not get fast lap. Josh Gaiman did. Pulsetrix takes the final points paying position. Callie Height in 10th, the first car out of the points. Taju in 11th. But it's Tucker Sawyer already in burnout mode. Race winner tonight. Burning it down in turn 5. Phenomenal stuff. Tucker Sawyer, race winner here for the first time in the open wheel competition over Bruno Miranda and Hunko Sandra Esports. Vert America was phenomenal tonight. Absolutely phenomenal stuff tonight. We'll hear from podium finishers here shortly. But again, phenomenal stuff here tonight. Sawyer, Miranda, and Silva, top 3 in the sprint. Again, with Charlotte next week. That'll end the first half of the season next week at Charlotte. Bruno Miranda holds on to the championship lead pretty firmly. But Tucker Sawyer makes some inroads here on both Christina Ryan and Josh Gaiman with that win tonight. Battle for second place heats up dramatically. We'll talk about points here in a second after we hear from our podium finishers here tonight. We'll start off with the race winner, who did a phenomenal job to hold off Bruno Miranda. Tucker Sawyer, our race winner in the sprint tonight. Tucker, this is Carmen from the ABN booth. Do you have a copy?
Yep, I got a copy.
What a drive. First win this season, 4th podium this season in the sprint. But what a drive, holding off Bruno Miranda there. Walk us through it, because it was a very interesting race for you, close to being on the podium in the feature race, turning around and making some really good work happen in the sprint.
Yeah, I'll just start off with the feature. I didn't get that great of a start on the feature. But just tried to carry that momentum forward and ended up battling with Joshua for pretty much the entire race. He raced me really clean, and I raced him clean, so it's hard fair racing. And then I think it was turn 8. Something happened with my wheel, and my car just spun out, even though my wheel was going straight. So something with my wheel messed up, so that's why I didn't make it to the podium on that one. And then this race was just super tough, just having to hold off Bruno, who I know is like super, super quick. So I just kept my head down and tried to stay consistent.
It worked out phenomenally here tonight. Obviously, first win this season. It seems like a long time coming. 3 podiums before tonight, 4th after tonight with that race win, closing in that battle with Christina and Josh Gaiman. How important was this, just as far as like mentally for you, knowing that now you can go and you can go toe to toe with Miranda and Silva and Ryan and Gaiman and everybody, and you can actually hold your own here? How important was that aspect for you going now into Charlotte and to some of these more difficult road courses coming up? To get this first win and sort of emerge and arrive in this series as a race winner?
It feels like really good, just knowing that I'm able to keep up with them. Because like start of the season, I was like, wow, these guys are like super fast. I don't know if I can even keep up with them. But now I'm like battling with them every single time I'm on track, and it just feels really good to be up there. And it feels super great to win at Road America. I have some really good memories here. So.
Well, he did a phenomenal job tonight. Race winner for the first time this season in the sprint race, closing in on that battle for second place between Christina Ryan and Josh Gaiman, and yourself now firmly in that mix. Before we let you go and let you celebrate and get ready for Charlotte next week, if there's anyone to shout out and say thank you to, Tucker, the floor is yours. Congrats on a well-earned first win in the season.
Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom and dad for giving me a pep talk before this race, just telling me to go, I guess. And then thanks to everyone at ABN for hosting the league and the race. And then Fanatec for making a sort of reliable wheel sometimes. And then Track Racer for making my sim rig. And then Moradness gloves, because I'm wearing them right now, and they make you 2/10 of a lap faster. So yeah, and then Major's Garage for supplying some great setups.
Absolutely. Tucker Sawyer, enjoy the race win, your first of this season. and a phenomenal result all around with Charlotte next week. Enjoy it, and can't wait to see you again in Charlotte in a week from now.
Yep, thank you.
That was Tucker Sawyer, race winner tonight in the sprint, his first race win in open wheel competition in ABN, and a phenomenal job at that. We'll see if maybe we can get Silva or somebody in for an interview here. See if we can talk to some of the podium finishers here. But a phenomenal drive by everyone involved. There's Silva. Let's talk to Bruce Silva here. Third place finisher, another podium after finishing on podium at Suzuka, the opening round of the season. What got her thoughts on how tonight went? Brew, this is Carmen from the ABN booth. Got a copy.
Copy.
What a drive. Another podium, second podium of the season, but a phenomenal start to kind of hold you up there. Walk us through that on your end. A phenomenal drive here at Road America, and you were consistently quick all night long.
Yeah, so basically in the feature race, now that I know who I'm against better, I was trying. I knew the people. I tried to not fight too hard and just stay behind the fast people, really, and just stay consistently, because all of the problems I had were just spinning out, making stupid mistakes, and all that. So I knew if I just drove well, don't try anything stupid, I would get a good finish. And I'm really satisfied with the feature. And in the sprint, I got a really good launch at the beginning. And I was confident that, I could hold a podium. The two people behind me, they're really sailing fast. Again, I didn't try to fight too hard. I'd rather get a podium than just crash, So I'm still getting used to this kind of car. I didn't really race fast on wheels before that. So I know, I'm just really happy. I think I improved a lot. First time I get a good finish in both races, really.
Yeah, obviously, and that consistency and getting those good results is going to be very important for you walking into Charlotte next week. The end of the first half of the season, finding those results and everything is going to be super important. Walk us through how you get ready for Charlotte next week. Again, it's a free track that everyone has. What is your experience there with Charlotte next week, and what you're looking forward to as far as going beyond Charlotte? Some of the tracks, obviously your home race, Interlagos is on the calendar. You've got Aragon on the calendar, and obviously you got Motegi as well to end out the season. What tracks stick out as you as far as races where you can possibly not only get more podiums, but try to challenge and do what Tucker did tonight?
Yeah, so Charlotte, I really like that track, but I never raced a fast car on it. It was mostly like Miatas, that stuff. So I'm really curious to how it is to race a high downforce car in it. But I really love that track. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Interlagos, yeah, my home track. I live near it, so I really want to get a good result with it. I'll be honest, I have to train a lot in it, but yeah, I'm excited for Interlagos. Aragon, never drove in it. And Motegi, I like the track. I did officials in it. It was this season on the season schedule, so I think I'm comfortable with it. And yeah, I'm really excited for the next tracks. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, and I'm confident that I can get some good results.
Well, it's been phenomenal once again on the podium here tonight for you, Brew. Before I let you go, does anyone shout and say thank you to? The floor is yours. Congrats on another podium result with Charlotte next week. Hopefully, I get to race you and have a good battle with you and the Charlotte Roval.
I want to shout out to Ryan for drawing the frog in my heel ring. Thanks for that. And well, to anyone watching, and for ABN for hosting this league and doing a great job with the broadcasts. So yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, Brew. Again, enjoy the podium. Congrats on your second podium this season here at Road America, and we'll be seeing you next week in the Charlotte Roval.
Thanks a lot. Have a good night.
That was Bruce Silva, third place finisher here tonight. A phenomenal result by the Brazilian driver. Second podium after she finished on the podium a week ago. Not at season opener, not the week ago, but at season opener. English is failing me. It's been a long day. I've been road tripping all day. But after the season opener in Suzuka, Bruce Silva, another podium here tonight. We'll walk through the results here. Obviously, for those that did not get to see a whole lot here Here's how the feature race went. Miranda with the race win, 25 points plus the point for the pole position. Then Caitlin Height, Josh Gaiman, they round out the podium here tonight over Christina Ryan and Tucker Sawyer, who finished top 5 in the feature. The sprint race, a little bit different. Tucker Sawyer, first race win this season, grabbed 12 points to his name. Miranda, a further 9 points to his credit. In second place, Bruce Silva, second podium for her, finishing third tonight in Road America with Charlotte next week. Christina Ryan just outside the podium, had a chance to go for it and made a really crazy pass attempt on Bruna Miranda at the beginning of the sprint race. Did not pay off, but fourth place ahead of her teammate Josh Gaiman, Caitlin Height, Caden McKee, Nick Pressey, and Amity Polstrix, the last cars scoring points in the sprint race. Callie Height, first car out on her debut. First time she's driven this car in competitive motion here with Charlotte coming up. We'll see what Callie Height can do across the rest of the season. Todd Zhu, likewise, first time seeing him in this car this season. Not a bad effort. Scored points in the feature and kept that car on the track and on the lead lap in the sprint. Pelletier Sharp and Garnet Adams, they got together in the sprint race, and both of them ended up not being able to take the finish here tonight. And Bryce Sawyer did not take the start tonight after retiring from the feature. And then you have the points, and the points, they are different. One thing not different, Bruno Miranda at the top of the board, 123 points to his credit. Christina Ryan in second, Josh Gaiman third, Tucker Sawyer in fourth, closing the gap to that battle for second place. Caitlin Height also a really good feature race, gives her a boost, and then Bruce Silva also climbing up that ladder as well. Keep an eye on that battle, second through sixth, proving to be a very interesting battle with 4 rounds complete. Nick Pressey stays in the 7th position. Did not get a great result here tonight in the sprint race. Will stay 7th ahead of Garnet Adams, Jewel Wolf, Aspen Martin, Kirk Lane in 11th place. Pelletier Sharp did not score points either in the sprint race. She'll stay in 12th. Crivelli, McKee, and Lee James top 15. As you see the top 20 on your screen here. Again, reminder, we're not live here tomorrow. We are live Saturday and Sunday. The round of 10 elimination race for the ARC Saturday Night Showdown competition from Michigan, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time here on ABN Esports 1, and come back here 7 p.m. Sunday for the finale of the ARC State Square Cup Series season. A new champion will be crowned. Who is that champion going to be? We'll find out 7 p.m. on Sunday here on ABN Esports 1. And then I'm back in the booth for HTL Cup Series Racing at Milwaukee, Monday, 8 p.m. here on ABN Esports 1. That is everything coming up here immediately on ABN Esports and our brand of networks here. On behalf of everyone for ABN Studios, everyone here for the ABN High Performance Championship, I'm Carmen, Sienna. Until next time, until Saturday at Michigan, stay safe, stay healthy, have some fun, enjoy the rest of your week if we don't get to see you before then. But we'll see you next time in Michigan. So long, everybody.